I looked at it, I want to say an hour.
Yeah, every like 6 hours it doubles in size.
Yep.
God damn.
I've got another
Welcome to
fun-
California.
Welcome.
Y'all, the world is on fire.
Yeah.
The world is on fucking fire.
Paradise is all on evac warning. Forest Ranch is completely under evac. And then it's just spreading up into Tehama County.
I love that. I wish I was lying to you guys when I say the world is on
My
Oh,
yeah, my work is currently in an evac zone. So
Is it?
that's fun. Yeah. Well, my summer job.
I take it you won't be working tomorrow.
Well, I was on vacation anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, my roommates are home right now. We all work together. Yeah. Hopefully, though, it just, doesn't kill as many people as the campfire did.
Yeah, that's helpful.
But we're really we're hoping, praying that Kamala gets her ass down here.
oh yeah.
Where's our Kamala Harris,
Mm-hmm.
Get her down here.
The fire goes away immediately.
The fire, yeah, that's what it is. She just
The fire
she
would
just
be
walks
scared
up.
of her.
The fire hears that Mamala is on the way and just like goes, oh shit.
Like Moses
She does
parting the
that.
Red Sea.
Exactly like Moses
She just
parting the Red
grabs a random
All that woman needs-
motherfucker.
All she needs is just a young white man, and she'll be unstoppable.
Me.
Sea. Yeah.
They
Debbie, what do
keep-
you think of the possibility of her taking Andy?
I'm gonna kill myself if she does. I love Andy. We
I
finally
love Andy.
have a good governor, and everyone's like, he'd be
Right.
such a good vice president. And I just want to sit there and be like, I want to gatekeep him.
Yeah, honestly, like he would do a good job. I firmly believe. But yeah, no, I need him in Kentucky.
We need him here. He's the only
I
thing
need him
keeping the
here.
transphobes away
Exactly,
from us.
bro.
Just we'll have him take Newsom. We'll have him take our governor.
Mm.
We'll get another Democrat. We're California.
Yeah,
We
y'all are
won't.
guaranteed another
Yeah,
Dem.
you guys need.
He's swung 2 states though, because he's taken 2 red states and made them blue. Us and I can't remember the other one, but
I don't remember, but he's just what a man.
Well, that's because it's better to be blue.
It
yeah.
just is. As L's and I as robes,
Dude.
confirm. It's just better to be blue.
It's better to be blue. Isn't Nyla dressed in blue too?
Everyone's dressed in blue. No one has a
No.
mom.
No, Nyla isn't red. Nyla is just blue.
Oh.
Nyla herself is blue.
Well, she has to do red.
Even better.
Well, she's purpley blue. She's purpley blue.
Alrighty, are we ready?
I'm so ready.
Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to session 5. Woo! Man, the enthusiasm is just leaking off everyone.
Yeah.
And investigate. Before you could discuss anything further, however, you were attacked by Nyla's brother Lennox, a winged devil accompanied by 2 hellhounds. Lennox announced that he was there to kill that purple bitch and goaded Nyla into repeatedly teasing, berating, and just being hateful towards her, because what else would he do? The fight turned deadly when Lennox set the building on fire, trapping Dorian, Flutter, Hyde, and Cornelia inside. He then joined the fight with the Hellhounds, breaking Nyla's horn, stabbing Mr. Sparkles with his tail, burned Elzaniah, and almost killed Alfie. Nova and Elle managed to fight and kill the Hellhounds with resounding explosions and impressive feats of strength. Lennox later disappeared, disappointed that he hadn't killed anyone of the party, but still eager to see how you all improve. Dorian kept everyone safe inside the building. And just to keep things brief, Henry, with an amazing feat of expert skill, snuck across the lake, having seen Erdak and Darna across, and found out the following. Erdak and Darna are planning to meet at the vault later that night, so, since it's the next morning. Later that night, Erdak has been sneaking about, and Darna is reluctant to have another fight. And we are going to start off the next morning. So everyone has been rested. You all essentially set up camp here at the lakeside. You all notice that the other area where Erdak and Darna were basically has like cleaned up. There's still some torchlight over there, but you all are keeping your distance. There's really nothing else for you all to discover over there. You all notice that some of the Harpers are staying, but Darna and Erdak have gone. Probably Henry went back over still with that amazing uh, sneaking ability of his with the dirt still on his cheeks. Uh, hasn't been able to see anything for you guys. We've also established that Elle has a crystal in like hanging from jewelry that she and Henry both have that essentially allows her to connect and communicate with Henry no matter where he is. But that's just something that Elle has. No one else does. It's near dawn, so the sun hasn't started to rise yet. You all are over at this camp that you all have made. I need everyone to roll their morning checks for me. So if you owe me
Oh,
anything, any sort of morning stuff, roll it, text it to me.
Let's fucking go.
Finally, Emma
yay,
won't have a
Emma!
shit night.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
It's been so long since we've done this, I have to remind myself what you all are doing.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I'm doing either.
Really?
Yeah, like I've got it pulled up, but I literally have like a thing with 3 question marks behind it.
Okay,
This is
go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm actually texting it to you.
Okay. Do you all want me to say the stuff, or do you want me to continue just texting it to you? No one else really knows what you all are doing.
I'll take mine privately.
Yeah, I'll take my good news, hopefully.
Private?
you
Yeah,
can say
yeah.
it.
I'll take
You
mine
can say
private.
mine.
Nyla, do you want me to say the full thing of what happens, or do you want to keep some of it private and I'll just tell you what happened with the second roll?
The second roll is fine. Keep the first one private.
Okay. Let me see. Let me start with the Emma, because the Emma messaged me first.
Yeah. It's been 30 minutes and 5,000 more acres have been burned.
Jesus.
That's fun.
Emma, what
Yay.
is your worst stat? Wisdom or intelligence?
It is. Between the two of wisdom and intelligence,
Yes, which one is your worst?
they're even.
Okay, so you don't have
Wow.
okay. I'll let you decide. Which one do you want? Wisdom or intelligence?
I'll take intelligence.
And you're welcome to say the last bit out loud if you want of what I sent you.
Okay. The Sophie. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I receive advantage on all my intelligence throws.
Ooh.
Whoa. Because I
Wow.
fucked Alfie. I didn't fuck Alfie. I didn't fuck Alfie.
Bestiality there. Or
No. I did not fuck the cat.
Mhm. Gotta think for hands. I mean, who knows what else?
Nyla, what is your worst stat? Wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence.
I had a Hong Kong dream. This music is funny.
I want you all to just imagine Henry bobbing his head to the beat.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Sparkle's doing little tippy tappies.
Oh my god, yes.
Nyla, I sent
Alfie would just
yours.
stare at them. Like, what the fuck are these idiots doing?
A very long typing bubble is something of anticipation. I don't know whether to be like scared or excited.
Bulls.
Nyla, I need you to do me a favor.
Please.
I'm not going to explain what it is, and you're not allowed to ask me, but I need you to roll a d20 3 times, and 2 times, actually. We'll do it 2 times. Roll a d20 2 times. Don't add anything to it, no matter what it is. Send me those numbers.
Oh, God. That's scary.
How do you think I feel?
And then I'm going to pin them in our chat. That way I'm able to remember it, or at least look at it clearly. Does everyone understand what I messaged you and the things that you're receiving today?
Yes.
I think so.
I'm just so. Oh, shit.
Okay, and these are the 2 that you rolled today?
What?
Nyla? Those are the 2 that you rolled?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna write them down, just so that way I have them. Do you want to know why I did this, or do you want to be surprised?
Surprise me.
Okay.
No, we're gonna die. Or at least I'm gonna die. Feel it.
I feel it in my toes. These motherfuckers.
Okay. Is everyone good? Does anyone have any questions before I start with what Mr. Sparkles rolled?
Mr. Sparkles gets a roll.
Mr.
He does. Let us see what he was up to.
Yeah, what that little guy get?
What that little guy do?
So while everyone was asleep, getting their rest in, transing if you do it, sleeping if you do it, whatever, what have you, Mr. Sparkles was thinking real hard all night long. And you know what? He was really frightened the other day because he almost died. And he didn't really enjoy that at all. So he put his thinking cap on.
You're cutting out a
Maybe you're
lot.
cutting out.
What the fuck? Why? It's only
sorry.
whenever I roleplay.
It really is.
It's like no other time.
Yeah, right now you're fine.
Yeah, you're so fine.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm just gonna yell it. It likes when I yell. Anyways, Mr. Sparkles was really upset last night because he almost died. Mostly what he was upset about, though, is how upset Nyla was. So last night, he put his thinking cap on, and he made himself armor out of bark. So he sat by the fire and sewed pieces of bark together. He even made himself a little dress out of leaves. It's not the best work that you've seen, but it's something. So now he has a little woodland dress on.
Oh, so beautiful. I love
It's
that.
so cute.
He receives a +1 to his AC while he's wearing it. Again, it's not the best, but it's something.
It's something.
He looks exceptionally proud as he's laying by the fire, just like curled up in a little ball. It's
He's
kind
ready for
of
battle.
he is. It's kind of oversized though, so like it's really tight in some places and then really oversized in others. He was very happy about the skirt though, the skirt of leaves that kind of like flow all around him. He's almost got like a little cape of leaves. He's very proud of it.
This is the best thing ever.
So as you all begin to wake up, the sun's still beneath the horizon. Flutter is now sitting by the fire. She's like at one of the logs that are there. She's laid against it with Jekyll behind her, basically offering support again. And Hyde has his very big head in her lap and is doing the most pitiful puppy dog eyes up at her as she sits there and like rakes her fingers over his fur. Dorian and Cornelia are also standing kind of nearby, kind of not. Like, they're not at the other log, they're sitting off by themselves, but they're still close enough to the fire that if someone wanted to talk to them, they're also available.
We really got a lot to say tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Elzanaya is gonna take, as soon as she wakes up, as she does every morning, is gonna walk off by herself a ways and take about 5 minutes to pray to her beloved goddess. With beloved worship and you know, piety, all that stuff.
As one does.
As one does. And Henry is going to join her.
Yes, Henry is also
and
praying.
He is. This is one of the few times that he is quiet and could potentially be said to have something mildly resembling reverence.
As Nyla wakes up, you notice that her face is not grumpy anymore. It's kind of like, how do I explain this? She doesn't know where the fuck she is. She's just kind of there, sitting by the fire, staring into it, like she just climbed out of the house. Not talking to no one.
That was me this morning.
Our good old Nova is going to wake up and sort of jolt out of her little sleeping area. Her face just flushed red. And she's gonna look around, sort of panicked, like, oh god. Before standing up and composing herself to, walk off and go find Elzaniah, as she has something to ask.
Oh?
I'm sorry. I need to check on something. Give me a second.
Perfect.
Nova's just casually whoring herself up to everybody.
No!
So I have a question.
Heck yeah.
No! It's a wholesome... It's wholesome.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
Also, this is a little side note. I love how my mic picks up whenever I burp. Never once cuts it out. But it's only whenever I'm sitting here fucking talking that's like, actually, we're not gonna pick you up. In fact, we're gonna cut you off. Like now, not doing it. I know I sound crisp as shit right now. But as soon as I start describing all the fucked up crazy stuff that's happening, whoa! I opened up our messages thinking you were texting me, and I'm kind of disappointed that I don't see the bubbles.
I'm texting you. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Why don't I have bubbles?
Why don't
You
I
got my.
have-
I don't know, but I'm texting you right now. I'm typing as we speak.
Why no bubbles?
Why no bubbles?
I tried to give
Bubble
you.
If not
Bubble
bubble,
band.
then why bubble shape?
If not
You know,
friend, why
then why
friend
friend
shape?
shaped?
If not
Well,
romance,
hold on.
then why romance shaped? I feel
Nova
Nyla's
looks
gonna
over at
throw-
Nyla.
Dude,
Nyla's gonna throw a pebble at Nova as she's walking away.
what a bitch!
For no reason.
Why? What'd she do?
She existed.
Bro, she's just trying to go ask a question.
Are you
really
actually
big.
doing that, Nyla?
Yes.
Okay, roll to hit.
Rolled a hit. Hold on. I haven't finished typing yet.
Roll to hit. No, it's fine. We don't need you right now, Elzanai. Go ahead, Nyla. Roll to hit.
19.
Can I roll the dodge?
No, this is a surprise attack. You have no idea it's happening.
Oh my god. This is rude.
I'm
roll
sorry.
your damage.
Roll my what?
Roll your
Hold on, I'm
damage.
Okay.
You're a fucking cunt, you know that?
Jeez, what would this even be under?
A D4.
It's yeah.
D4?
But it's a improvised melee.
Wait, what exactly are you guys doing?
She's throwing a pebble at her.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
throwing
at
a
me?
pebble at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Oh no, at the gotcha.
At me.
4.
4?
Oh my
Hey,
god, really?
hey, Nyla, you're changing that to a 17.
What?
What?
That's 17 damage that you just did, not 4.
Why is it 17?
Hey Nova, what are your hit points?
19?
19? You're at 2 right now. You
The
see that Nyla goes to pick up a pebble, and in your mind you do. You find the really small rock. It's like flat, lays down peacefully in your palm. It's almost like one of the skipping stones, and you wind back and you toss it very gingerly. Nova, you see that she picks up a rock that is embedded around the fire. It is massive in her hands with a jagged edge, and she hurls it at you at a blinding speed. Hits you right in the back between your shoulders, and you take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Why? What the fuck? I just wanted
Nala just kind of raises her hand and waves with her fingers with a grin on her face.
Fully thinking that was a pebble.
Yeah.
Nova's gonna like stop. She went, "Ugh!" And then she's gonna like stop and like check her pulse, like she's still alive. Like,
You look
and then
fucked up.
she's gonna turn around, tears forming in her eyes.
You just go walk up to Elsa tonight
She
and you're gonna
stares
look like hell.
directly at Nyla as tears fall slowly down her cheeks, dripping into the dirt underneath her. She sniffles, wipes them away, and turns back to walk towards Elzaniah.
Elzaniah, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm so sorry, Nova, but during this entire time, so Elzaniah has walked into a small cluster of trees near the camp. That's where she and Henry are praying, and she has been kneeling with her eyes closed and her senses kind of all muted. She is not facing the campfire. She has absolutely no idea what just happened. And she is entirely engrossed in her mindful, reflective prayer state with her goddess, and is relatively unaware of the outside world right now. Henry, even if he knew, he wouldn't help you. I'm sorry. And so I'm sorry. She don't know anything. She's just enjoying her blissful prayer time. And are you walking towards her?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm so sorry to do this. This is her character, not me. Elzaniah really treasures her prayer time with her goddess. And her goddess is also like for her followers, that devotion and that focus and concentration during prayer is very important. And she also values her followers' devotion. So while Elzaniah is in this morning prayer state, extending about 5 feet in all directions around her and Henry, there is currently a force field that you cannot penetrate. And as you walk up to it,
Face first into this.
yeah, however you would like to role play it, it's not like throw you back unless Elzaniah is like specifically concentrating on it. Like if she were in the midst of battle and she knelt down to prayer for prayer or something, she would make it a little bit stronger. But this is mostly just to, allow her the concentration and the space that she needs. So it's not gonna like hurt you necessarily unless Lore Master determines it does. But you're basically just kind of walk into an invisible wall.
You Regina George it. Fucking die.
Yeah.
It takes your remaining 2
Yeah.
Nova
It doesn't.
is hurriedly walking and just slams her fucking nose into this force field and like flies back like a meter, landing on her ass.
Okay,
And
you
she
do
just
take
looks
1 damage. You do take 1 damage.
On one hit point.
Yeah.
Poor Nova, she has the best sleep of her life, and we just bully her.
We.
she
You're
just
the one that threw a flaming rock at her.
she doesn't know what to think. She had such a good dream last night. Normally her sleep is full of nightmares of those around her dying or her herself murdering them just slowly and painfully. And she had such a good dream last night about her lover, Alphonse. And she is just pulled to such tears. You know when just like everything is just not going your way and all you can do is cry. That is what Nova does. Sitting in the dirt, knees to her eyes, just bawling.
Nova,
what
as
Dread.
Nova, as you
What do you
sit
think
there.
she was coming over to ask for?
Were you gonna ask her for breakfast? I'm sorry. I don't. Oh, I guess she does have some rations on her. I don't know. Sevi, did Elzenaya keep some of the bread from the other day?
I'll allow it.
Okay, I have no idea if she. Yeah, she probably shoved a croissant in her pocket or something. It's probably not too stale.
Crescent.
Nova, as you're sitting there on the ground, just wallowing in pity, you see, you lift your head for a second, and you see that Henry is sitting by Elzenaya, and like he sort of noticed what was happening, but he didn't warn you because he too is caught up in um the religious
worship.
ecstasy of the moment. Yeah, it's very holy right here. Like you're unfamiliar with the amount of holy energy radiating right here, because you do dabble with the infernal. So which,
What a nice way to say that.
I'm not gonna hide it anymore. You fuck a devil, so you've made it abundantly clear at this point. You are the furthest thing from holy. So yeah,
True.
you diddle the dots with an infernal all the time. So you're not used to holy
diddle the
energy.
dots.
Diddle the dots. But as you're sitting there sniffling on 1 HP, you see Dorian walks over and he silently kneels down in front of you and offers his hand to you.
Oh. Oh.
He's
Nova's
like
gonna...
kneeling with his back towards Elzenaya, like not at all paying attention.
He's kneeling like he's fucking proposing?
No, like he's squatting down. He's 9 feet fucking tall. He has to if he wants to see you.
Because Nova's... Are you calling her short?
Everyone's
She is
short.
Nova is gonna look at his hand, and then look at him, then look at his hand again.
That's a nice hand, I'm betting.
Dude! He definitely uses some lotion.
He does.
And then she's gonna grab the hand that was offered to her.
He strangely enough, his hands are very coarse and very cold.
Ooh.
But his skin itself, like along the top or along like the sides of his fingers, where there's not a lot of like damage that could have been done there. You see, like as you're admiring his hand specifically, there's like the shirt that he was wearing. He's changed from the regal attire that you saw him in, and now he's in a very simple, like almost it's like a navy, a very dark deep blue, and it fits very beautifully against his skin. Everything is very tight because again he's a very tall creature, so he has had to make do with what he has. So the clothes that he has are kind of tight. They still fit. Oh god, I'm watching the corner to make sure whenever it says that I'm dropping that I stopped for a second. So if I pause, I'm sorry. But you see that the clothes that he's wearing are very tight in some areas while looser in others, especially around his shoulders. His sleeves are rolled up to his forearms, so you're able to see
Oh my god.
his shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
I'm the
I'm
DM.
not judging. Sorry.
I'm the DM.
Oh, shut up. No, I was
Uh,
admiring your choice. I was admiring your choice. That was a good oh my god.
yeah, exactly. We're all horse. Don't mute yourself. You
You told me to fucking shut up. I'm shutting myself up.
you see that around his forearms are very deep scars. Can you tell your boyfriend to stop? Anyways, you see that there are deep scars along his forearms up to his elbow, some bigger than others. You see that in some areas there's like whole chunks missing. So where you'd see a cut, it's very deep to the point that parts were taken off. His arm isn't deformed or mangled in a way that you would expect, but you do see that like he's lived a very tough life, and where you would expect him to be very rigid and cold and stern, which is what he's been with you this whole time, you see that he is not softening, but he is more open to being gentle, and you can feel in the way that he takes your hand and guides you to stand back up. You see that he's not completely opposed to everyone's company here, and you are healed all the way back up to full.
Thank God.
He gives a little laugh and, fully hearing you say that, glances behind him at Elzanaya and just goes, between you and me, she's fucking creepy.
Nova's just gonna stare, like, at his hands, like, not really hearing what he just said.
He
And
fully. Oh, go ahead.
And she's just gonna hot.
He fully takes his hand away and goes, fucking A. This is the last time I'd be nice to you people. And, like, leads you back to the fire away from Elzanaya. Or, sorry, back to Cornelia and all of them.
I can't help her. She wants dick.
Not from me. He looks back at you and says, not from me.
No, Nova's just gonna like look around really confused. Like, huh? As we walk back to Cornelia, what's Cornelia doing?
Cornelia is now sitting over by Flutter, and she's sitting there petting Hyde. And you see that they're like very quietly like whispering to one another. You see that they've like pressed themselves kind of away from Nyla. And Cornelia like keeps glancing over at her and whatnot. But they don't really seem to be on edge. It's mainly just like a wary sort ofness, like wow, that just happened, and they were not expecting it at all. Whenever you walk by or walk back, you see that Cornelia looks over at Dorian, and she's got this like shit-eating smile, and he immediately puts his finger up and is like, "No, don't. I don't want to hear it." And she keeps smiling up at him as he goes and squats down next to them, and even he can't help but start petting Jekyll, who was like kind of curved around Flutter and is now laid out flat, so his head is like in Dorian's hand, like fully forcing him to pet him at this point.
Y'all, I'm sorry. Nyla's just in her own world right now. Physically, she's here. Mentally, she's elsewhere.
Same with Elzanaya. She is with her goddess, and she is like you can't imagine how happy that makes her.
Emma, this is your time to shine.
your time to shine.
I think we broke her.
I think we broke Emma.
Nova is where's Alfie?
Oh no, where's your cat?
I'm gonna
Where
say
is my
Alfie is
cat?
still in the bag and he's just sleeping.
Nova's gonna start poking his head.
He's
Hey, you.
he lifts his head up and he does let that cat alarm purr, and he looks over at you and he narrows his eyes.
Hey, I gotta tell you something.
What?
You're pretty cute.
I'm going to fucking strangle you.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Shut up!
Who are you talking to?
What? She's just gonna like slam the satchel shut and like turn around.
You fully suffocate Alfie in the bag.
What's in your bag? And Nyla kind of like rubs her head and her eyeballs. No, she rubs her eyeballs. There we go.
Wait, out of character for a second, I really, really wanted to say, like, have her like stutter my pussy, but
Do it.
Gulp. Is that
Cat.
not my pussy. That's in my pants.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
this
She just kind of goes back to staring at the fire.
Alfie is looking between you two with his eyes, and he looks over at you, Nova, and goes, "I'm sorry. What just happened? How did
I don't.
what?
Shh,
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
You know, I struggle with
not
interaction.
you, numbnuts.
Oh.
Her.
What about her?
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
So why is she asking what's in the bag? Is she stupid?
I mean, between you and me, maybe.
He does laugh. He does laugh. Well,
But between me and her, no.
I think you're smarter
Fair.
than her.
Nova blushes a little bit.
Don't get excited by that, pest.
Oh, Nova gives his head a little pet.
I don't like these people you travel with.
Well, they're our only way of finding the coin.
A coin?
I don't.
Oh! Hey!
Whispering! Inside voices!
Inside voices, guys.
I'm just picturing Nyla every now and again, like backing away, but then like you just look up and she's just standing there staring.
Yeah,
down at you,
yeah.
like, huh?
Fully, you look behind you and randomly she's just nose to nose with you, and then you look back again and she's just 20 feet away from you, how the fuck?
Yeah.
They're our only way of finding the coin, Alfie.
I doubt that. I think this one's gonna murder you in your sleep.
Well,
I don't like
would it
how
be-
calm you are about this.
How calm I am about what?
Fucking around with that tiefling.
I'm
And
not
now
fucking
you're
around.
Okay. So we'll just ignore the fact that he healed you fully and that you held his hand for too long. I'm not jealous. I'm concerned for
Can't
your
forget about
mental.
wanting
The
to fuck
only
Nyla.
thing that I'm fucking
concerned for your
is
mental
you. So
well-being.
calm down.
Maybe don't yell that as I'm a cat.
What are we fucking? You fucking your cat?
No, I'm not fucking my cat.
Then what are you fucking? A pine cone?
None of your
Is this pine
goddamn
cone?
business!
Well, maybe if you talked to everyone else and not just me, they wouldn't think I was fucking crazy!
Why would I want to talk? How would I even talk to them? Why would I want
You
to? I don't like people. I
I
hardly
know.
like you. I love you,
For
but
real?
still.
Oh!
Oh.
Why are you surprised? What the fuck? I'm going to bed. Don't talk to me anymore.
That's
Wait,
such a mood.
you can't just say
He
that and
fully
then
lays down.
leave.
He like hides his face in the bottom of the bag and is ignoring you.
Fucking pussy.
Excuse me.
Oh, you peek your head back up for that?
When you insult me, you bet your fucking ass I do.
Alfie,
Nova.
I love you.
My ass. He puts his head back down. He licks your hand and puts his head back down.
Nova turns to look back at Nyla. Don't look at me like that.
Like what? She kind of like cocks her head.
I don't know how you were observing.
Okay. She kind of turns away again, back at the fire.
You see that Dorian is like sitting between Cornelia and Nyla, and his gaze is like colder than it was whenever you all first met.
So,
Fire.
Did this bitch just say fire?
fire?
Nyla kind of has her hand sort of in the fire. More like her fingertips.
Nyla, give me a perception check.
16.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah. Perception. Shit.
Give me 2 seconds. Nova, describe weird stuff.
Alfie likes to be pegged sometimes.
Wow!
Oh.
And, he is, very tall and very muscular and could, like, pin you down with just, like, a hand.
Why is it
And
that
Nova
whenever I
thinks that's
said
pretty
weird,
hot.
why was it that whenever I
I
said weird stuff, you immediately went to sex?
Yeah.
Dude. Heavy.
That's all that's on this mode.
Heavy.
Yeah, I don't know why I was expecting something different from you.
I don't know, what else is weird? Hands. Have you ever noticed
The webbing
how
between one's fingers.
the webbing?
I mean,
How
I can point out something very weird right now.
Everyone's
I didn't ask
hands
you.
are so very different. They, the creases, if you follow your finger along the creases, it feels very nice sometimes, but not always. Sometimes, Nova touches people's hands when they're sleeping.
Oh.
How much weird shit do I need to say?
Nyla, you, despite being in this like kind of weird, that didn't cut out.
No, it did not.
No.
We heard that.
Yeah,
Hear that
all,
one.
it literally went Nyla, and then you went radio silence.
And then you said
Nyla,
that.
you feel, despite being in this weird in-between state, something nip at your pocket. You turn around and see Henry. Henry then notices and backs away from you and rushes back to Elzaniah, who's been standing there this whole
Cut
time
out the
watching.
last part.
You cut out again. Just you notice Henry. Henry backed
Yep.
away, and then you cut out.
Yeah.
Elle's been standing there this whole time. Henry tried to steal from you. That's it.
What a naughty goose.
Can Nyla just give him like a light bonk on the head? Like a light bonk.
Do you really want to try that?
Oh
After
shit.
the last thing, no.
Roll to hit.
10.
What's Henry's AC?
Please don't say
I
10.
actually don't know. I don't have it written. That might be a U.
That might be a me. Let me look.
That might be a U stat. Or wait, hold on. How do you calculate it again?
I'll find it. Where the fuck is my cursor? Here it is.
Oh,
Skip
listen,
math.
this I'm so sorry.
He might try to stab you.
You know what? She'll take it. She'll take one for the team.
Oh, that's just Henry.
Why is your goose robbing people?
He's a naughty boy sometimes.
That's
That's part
just
of
what
why
he
he's
does.
with me. He needs supervision, and sometimes he still slips out of my gaze.
I think you need
That's
to
Goose, y'all.
teach
That's
him a
goose.
lesson.
Do
I don't
y'all see
know.
the goose?
Oh, wait, I think I have it in my notes. Hold on. I
Okay.
went to your
I'll-
character sheet and I thought that it was there, but it's not. Let me go to my notes.
Yeah, I've got his other stats on there, but I don't have AC.
Let me see. I know it's not high.
Naughty, naughty little goose boy.
Ah, his AC is 12. Nyla, as you go to hit him, you see that Henry's going to use a reaction to turn around at the last second, and you hit he like angles himself in such a way that your hand stabs into his dagger, and you take 4 damage. He then scuttles back to Elzaniah's side.
Okay, real question, real quick. Is the dagger still in her hand?
No, it comes out whenever he runs away.
That's sad, because I had a thing. If it was.
I'm not gonna let you do your thing.
She just kind of looks at her hand. Ow.
Ow.
No. Henry, did you try to steal from one of our friends?
He gives a very sad quack.
Oh.
We talked about this, didn't we?
He nods his head and quacks.
Now, are you going to make it up to her?
Henry waddles over with his head down, and he puts his head in your hand and gives you very soft kisses on your fingers.
God, you're getting duck
Like goose
kisses.
kisses.
Luke, sorry, goose kisses.
Nova, I got goose kisses.
You got goose kisses? I get devil kisses. I get devil dick.
We don't need. Well, actually, we
That's-
do need to know that, but
I don't
Elsa
need
is
to know
not
that.
going to comment on that. By the way, if she decides to share thoughts, she'll do it in her own time. For right now, she's
Oh.
gonna show no judgment.
Yeah, Henry gives you a look. He totally understood what you were talking about.
Yeah, he's a good boy and he knows it. He just sometimes he messes up, you know?
Yeah, sometimes he like is really into his devotion and like he tries to do his best all the time everywhere.
He really does. And well,
He just gets a little lost
anyway,
along the way.
he does. But that's okay. That's why we learn.
So
Elsa, yeah.
it's been like probably 20-30 minutes since you all have woken up. Nyla, you are no longer in this like fugue state. You still just don't feel like yourself, but like you understand what's going on around you again. You know what's happening, where you are. You distinctly remember the stuff that happened yesterday. You just are no longer like the head fog is gone, if that makes sense. But you still like something just doesn't feel right about you. And you see that Flutter has like sat up fully. Her and Cornelia are still sitting very close to one another, while Dorian is like sat closer to Cornelia, but he's almost like body blocking her from Nyla, which is to be expected. And basically you see that Flutter is now sitting up and her eyes are open a little more. She looks a little more receptive and responsive for the most part.
She was just a little delulu. That's all.
A little delulu?
A little delulu.
So Flutter's awake?
Yes, Flutter is awake.
Maybe we should discuss what happened, yesterday after the whole devil hound thing happened.
You might have just had a good idea.
That's rude because I have excellent ideas all the time.
That's rude, because I have excellent ideas all the time.
You are a child.
You threw a rock at me.
It was a pebble.
Rock.
Pebble.
I'm not going to argue with a child.
You're the fun. Okay, hold on. Fourth wall. How old is Nova?
Fuck, dude. Give me a second. Well,
Why are you pop quizzing us? What the fuck?
Dude. Nova's a human. So she is she's 24.
She's a baby.
Yeah, she's just a little guy. She's a little 4'10", 24-year-old.
A child. You're the
Yes.
Elsanaya is 213, I think, somewhere around there.
Bro.
She's a high
And
elf.
And Nyla is only 29.
No,
Yeah, you're both children to her, but she doesn't hold your species against you. Don't worry.
bad
That's
my
how old
species-
Dorian is.
Nova knows.
Yeah, Nova does know. Not exactly, but you do know.
Nova's gonna stick her tongue out.
At who?
And you called me
At-
the
oh.
child.
At Nyla. At who? You
Well, spit it out, it's not yours.
you like dwarf dick.
And what
Ooh,
makes you
question
come
mark?
to that conclusion?
Nova doesn't say anything.
Okay.
So stupid.
Alright.
Man, you know, guys, the plot's just sitting here waiting for y'all to get the ball rolling.
I know, like,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
I
Elsanaya is
tried.
just gonna Elsanaya was gonna try to interfere with that, but she's decided it's not. Like, she's
It's like when two
this thing needs to
toddlers
get moving
it's like when two
Oh, she's being
toddlers
mean to
start
me.
fighting and you're just so
A little
tired, you're
bit.
like, you're gonna let them just have at it. They gotta learn
A
one way.
little bit. So she's gonna run, not like run, but she's moving swiftly. In between the two of you, you're gonna catch a scent of her lovely light perfume as she goes past you, and she's gonna run to her friend Flutter. And Henry's gonna waddle on after her and like bow his head to you, Nyla, in something you can assume is an apology, before waddling away. And Elsanaya is going to go excitedly up to Flutter and say, "My dear, you're awake. Oh, please tell me, how do you fare this morning?"
Fuck, what voice did I give Flutter?
That's a good question.
I think everyone's finna be a crick elf. She's no longer an arrogant Nazi. Everyone is a crick elf.
I'm gonna make a crick elf for a different campaign.
I can only be the DM for that one.
As you should.
You can't do that shit with anyone else.
Well,
I am the crick elf.
Anyway,
Anywho, fucking A, what voice did I give her?
it was
But-
like a light, airy with a slight accent, I think.
Yeah, it was almost like Sandcastles, but not as energetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, she's Southern now. I don't have enough of my kin. I need to go back to my roots. You see that she looks up at you and she goes, "Well, I ain't doing too bad now. I feel still kind of got a little headache and I'm not exactly remembering everything, but I think I'm ready to answer. You asked me about what happened. Yeah, I think I can give a better picture about what happened if you still need to know."
Oh, yes, any information you can give us. But please, my friend, you must have your strength. And I think we're all feeling a little bit grumpy this morning. She gives a pointed look
Everyone's
across the
angry.
camp at you two.
Not
Come,
grumpy.
why don't we all have some breakfast? And my dear, you can continue with what you remember.
Yeah,
Doesn't that
Mom's
sound like a
making
good
us
idea?
food.
that sounds good. You see that Dorian and Cornelia like take that as their sign to like move away from her. And so Cornelia goes over to the fire and so she picks out some of her rations and she makes breakfast for everyone. It's like um I'll say that in the middle of the night Dorian had like he doesn't sleep. So he had been fishing for her. So he was able to like find really good fish and like able to prepare that for you guys. It's not like a traditional breakfast, but you'll take what you can get at this point. So anyone, if you were injured, you're now healed back up to full, as you'll sit down and enjoy a very good meal of various fruits and vegetables, some smoked meats, but for the most part, fish and breads and stuff.
Nyla is just stuffing her face at this point.
Eating
No
whole
care in
fish,
the world.
bones and all.
Whoa, God. Really pop, too.
No one's gonna steal from you, shit.
Girly pop.
You see that Flutter is like she has a very small bowl of like greens and fruits and stuff, and so she's kind of picking at it. She's mostly drinking water, which Jekyll has to help her like keep in her hand. She's like, it's almost like whenever you give an oversized cup to a kid, she has to hold it with both hands, and like Jekyll has his head under the cup, that way she can't drop it.
That'd be a vibe, actually.
The scratched massive cup that you had as a kid. You don't know where it came from, but it's just
Yeah.
there. It's like really hard plastic. Yeah, that's what she's
Yeah,
eating.
honest to
It's like
God,
it's a neon pink.
or green.
Yeah, pink or green.
I
That
feel
shit
like
glows.
yeah, that
It's like
shit glows.
it's
It's
like
probably radioactive,
oh
just a
yeah,
little
it's
bit.
the cup that your mom would use to like wash your hair out.
Honest to God, there are plenty of mornings where I am in such a state, like my cup of coffee, that's how I hold it. Is like I'm a little kid. I'm just with
Yeah,
my two hands sitting
same.
in my sitting in the chair in my living room and just like dead to the world, and that's all I have to hold on to.
So you all see as everyone's eating and stuff like that, Flutter clears her throat and she goes, um, now I'm sorry if I was confusing the other night. I'm still I'm still trying to piece together everything that happened, but to my knowledge, and this is all I can give you. Shit, I done told you about the priestess. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Well, you know now, and there's no going back and changing that. Gods be damned. Um, let's see. Erdak, we have meetings before the big festivals. Um, Safety, magic, stuff like that, essentially. He came to the Harpers, and I'm, as you well know, basically the designated leader of the Harpers here in Oregon. I'm not actually, but everyone listens to me, so might as well take the responsibility whenever it's given to you, ain't that right? So he came to me, and we walked over towards the vault. I don't remember us getting there though. We were stopped by another Harper. I think his name was Quentin. He came up with Cathara and said that something was wrong. There was urgent matters that needed to be attended to. Someone was in danger. I don't remember exactly what it was, and they all left. He said that he'd be back though. So I just made the rest of the walk to the vault myself, and honestly, at that point, I don't remember what happened. I see a hallway, like a really long, dark hallway, and it's like built with them big stones, and it's dark, and I hear water, and for some reason, all them torches are blue. But I don't know why. I've been in the vault before it shouldn't have been. I don't even know where I was last night. Or the other night, not last night. Um, and I remember being attacked by something. That fucker moved quick, whatever it was. I couldn't get a good look at it, but I think it had wings. Wings, it was tall, maybe had some horns on it. I don't remember, but I know that it had wings. And
I apologize for that thing.
I beg your pardon?
Apologize for the thing that attacked you.
You know what it was.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Well, shit, don't be modest. What was it?
my brother, the devil I was looking for when we first got here. Yeah, that was
Well,
him.
I'll be. Well, them gods do have a real wicked sense of humor, ain't they?
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
shit, darling, you done. I don't know what to think
I
about
hit
that.
the family jackpot.
You see that she laughs a little bit and kind of hurts her side. She has to like put a hand on her side.
Well, y'all,
Elzaniah kind of jumps up and leans towards Flutter, noticing the like hand to her side, and um quietly asks if she's all right to continue, if she needs more rest, more healing, some herbs, if she's
Oh,
feeling all right.
darling, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Ain't nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Ain't nothing a good ale can't fix. I'll be fine. You see that she takes a second and like writes her breathing, and she sits up on Jekyll, and Hyde like has to lift his head a little bit. That way he's not like he's a big boy and he doesn't know how big he is, so he's kind of crushing her chest by accident because he wants to be so close. So he like ends up scooting down so his head's in her lap, like on her knees. And you see that she goes, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all, the last thing I remember is waking up in that fire from the building, but other than that, I really don't remember nothing about yesterday. I do remember you telling me about Sandcast, though. You know, God be with her, that was a good woman. And I know the world is a much darker place without her presence. And she, like, bows her head a little bit, and, like, Elle, you recognize it as her giving, like, a little prayer in this moment. You know that she is religious, but her way of worship is very different from yours, and her gods are very different from yours. She's almost like a follower of Melora, where it's very much like nature takes its course. She's not afraid of death. She knows death is a part of life, and so she's very much like a, you know, if the gods are ready to take me, it's my time. That sort of thing.
Nice. Ironically, out of character, that's about where I'm at. So neat. Flutter is me, guys.
Flutter
We
is
love
speaking
that
the
for you.
hard facts.
Flutter speaking the hard fucking facts, y'all.
Well,
Don't you start imitating me, bastard.
I think we ought to head off to this vault, am I right?
You can't get in there.
You want to die?
How much you want to bet?
Darling, this is not me being facetious or testing you or anything like that. You cannot get in there. It's sealed for a reason. And I know what I said the other night, but I do highly suggest you avoid that at all costs. But knowing y'all, I'm speaking to a wall right now, so.
Well, are they out of character? Did we hear that they were meeting inside the vault or outside the vault?
Just said they're meeting at the vault.
At the vault, okay. Well, we don't have to get in. If we get there early enough, we'll be able to see them try to get in, right?
See who? Who you're talking about?
Oh,
No matter, my friend. It's simply we've been talking about different ideas. However, I do think what my friend Nova is trying to say is that it may still be worth our while to at least investigate the area around the vault. If some danger exists there, as you mentioned the other night, you may not remember, but you told us that there is something evil in there, something that might be trying to break free, and surely somebody must do something about it. And I feel that my goddess is pulling me on a holy mission to at least investigate this vault.
Roll
Your
deception.
goddess might want you to die?
My goddess
don't wanna
works in
die.
mysterious ways,
Roll a deception check.
but she leads me where I need to go. Me roll deception?
Yeah.
What was that, Sevi?
Yes, roll deception.
Me? Okay, hold up. Fuck, where's deception? There it is.
what is deception
it!
at?
I love how we're all mocking Sevi at this point.
I
forgot
to choose my dice at the beginning.
We
No
ain't
one's
mocking
gonna
them.
be British anymore. Fuck it. Everyone's gonna be Southern. This is my goddamn campaign. Alfie is gonna be a Southern man.
No!
Yes, he is. You bet your sweet
No.
pippy that man is.
No!
Everyone's Southern. Lennox with that deep ass accent. He sounds like he's from Appalachia. He sounds like he's from the boonies.
Henry is gonna sound like he's from the bayou. if he ever speaks.
Oh, does Henry have a voice?
I have no
One-
idea. I have
One day
no
I will
idea.
have Nyla cats speak with animals, and we can all hear his voice. It'll only be Nyla, but all of us can hear it.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this.
Nar.
No,
Okay.
because what you're trying to do is say there's no reason in particular why we want to go here. After Nova just said we're looking for someone in particular. So you're trying to persuade her or at least deceive her into being like, no, 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 we're not going for someone in particular. Because she's going to know
Okay.
who it is that you're trying to investigate, essentially, if someone's going to a vault.
Okay, cool. Well, either way, that is a dirty, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
She looks at you with kind of narrowed eyes, and you see that there's a little bit of suspicion there, but whatever it was wasn't big enough for her to like address it. She just goes, all right, all right. I know you better than most people here do, and I know that whenever you get something stuck up in that head of yours, you're gonna do it. So I might as well as go with you, because I'm the only one that knows that area better than the council. And believe me, you're not getting the council on your side right now. So,
I want to know what this cackle is.
I don't like this cat.
Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. It's an inside
Uncle
joke.
Chevy, I don't know
It's
if
an
you
inside
saw,
joke,
but
don't
I
worry about
messaged you a while ago.
In our server, I saw it. Did I not respond to it?
No.
What do you mean you messaged me? In our server? Yeah. I didn't know that needed a response.
Actually, I gotta take a potty break really quick, so you guys sort that out.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
That's up to you.
7:30 is.
I know, and yeah, it's
I'm
also
not gonna
7:30. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want us to
We
keep going,
can-
Emma?
You guys are perfectly fine to keep going. We can just say that, like, Alfie, like, jumped out of the bag and, like, started sprinting off. And then, like, Nova had to go chase him down or something.
I'll give you something. I'll control you for a little bit.
Okay. Because I'm, like, I would really like to do the, like, getting to the vault. But if, like, that happens, that's totally fine if I'm not there.
All right, T. You get some good eat.
Hank, I gonna go eat something and then eat. And then eat. Yeah, you hear? Hopefully eat. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
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 I sent you a message.
I saw. Oh, you sent another one. We'll do something. I'm not putting any definitive answer on anything right now. I've got plans.
Got a big D20 and a little D20, and they're so funny side by side. Do you want to see them?
Sure.
You and the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Aw. That's cute.
This is just
Oh, is it
gonna
after
come-
7:30 for y'all?
Yeah.
Sorry,
it
I
is.
just got back.
Oh, it's okay.
Denova has left. I'm gonna say that So while you all are investigating this area, I'm gonna say that Nova has gone back into town because she's suspicious about the Harpers. Specifically, she's worried about the two that were talking about her. And so in Nova fashion, she is diving headfirst into conflict or diving headfirst into a problem. And she has gone back into the city to investigate the Harpers, which, and I'll say for our purposes, Flutter has said that that's probably a good idea for her because she would never sanction anyone going after you guys. A friend of Elle is a friend of hers and a friend of the Harpers, essentially. So she's like, yeah, go ahead and do that. That doesn't sound right, and I would help you, but I really can't right now because everyone thinks that she's gone, and it's probably to her advantage that everyone thinks she's gone at this moment.
It's just you and me, Alyssa.
Just you and me.
We got
We'll
this.
keep going with the um basically the session as planned, and we'll keep going however long you all want to. This is all still going to be canon. Everything that happens is going to, actually affect the story and whatnot. Um, Emma said it's fine if you all go to the vault, so we can keep going with that plan. And we'll
I
just keep
I
going from
will
there.
also say for me on time limit for tonight, I probably can't stay too late because I'm moving back in on Monday, and tomorrow I've got to do some last minute shopping and some other last minute work, and then I've got to start on my packing. I need to be pretty much fully packed up of all of my crap by Sunday. Um, so I'm gonna have to probably get up earlier tomorrow and have a longer day tomorrow. Um, I can go maybe like a quarter after. So like I think that's 11:15 for you, Sevi, and 10:15 for me.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Oh shit.
So 8:15 for me.
Yeah, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Of course.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
guarantee after we end this session, Sevi and I will continue to stay on call.
oh yeah, we will.
As
Okay.
you should.
So we're back in. Basically, to summarize what has happened is Flutter has told you guys that shit. I don't know if I want to tell you guys that. Okay, it's kind of trying to figure out if I want to phrase it this way or not. Okay, this is kind of unfair, but I'm giving you all information that you all would have had to originally roll for. There is a traitor within the Harpers. Flutter has no idea who it is, but that's also why they're going after Nova at this moment, is because there is someone pulling the strings. Flutter is effectively the leader of the Harpers right now, as she said before, so they listen to her. So now someone is undermining her authority and is undermining her like rule about stuff. Um, so yes, there is a traitor within the Harpers, and uh, to help continue moving the plot along, Nova has volunteered herself, and I'll say Cornelia goes with her because she's not really a fan of Dorian. So she and Cornelia leave. They go to back into the city. That way she's not alone and she has someone there to help protect her and whatnot. So now it is you two, Dorian, and Flutter. I'll say that Jekyll or Hyde went with them as well. So it's you four and uh, Hyde that are old Jekyll that are still here. You see Elle, as you're all sitting there and talking and whatnot. Flutter looks over at you and goes, I don't I don't really know why it is that you all are so keen on the vault, but if there's anything you need to know prior to going there, you can ask me and I'll do my best to help you. To at least give you the information that I have.
Well, places her hand gently on top of Flutter's and gives it like a grateful squeeze. Thank you, my friend. You've always been so reliable. And I think Henry's gonna honk his approval as well. Where's my fucking look? There he is.
Quank.
I suppose we should start with what might be the obvious, but where exactly is the vault? Or is that
So
something we already know?
you don't know. You don't know where it is. That's a little tricky, and it's made to be like that. Okay. Everyone, open up on the browser. There we go. Everyone, direct your attention to the board, please. Right here is the council building. Right here is the exit to the vault. So it's somewhere between this line. You don't know where the entrance is, but it's somewhere between here. And you see Flutter goes, the inside of the vault changes every time someone enters it. I don't know where the entrance is, as that also moves. I can tell you that you need someone who's got a key, though, and they know the path to get there. They're the ones that know exactly how to get in there, where everything is. It's like having someone whispering directions to you. You're never gonna get lost if you have the key. I've been in there once or twice, honestly. Um, let's see. I don't. The entrance changes all the time. So where it was for me, it might be different for y'all, but I can tell you that the exit stays the same every time.
So who
Sure,
has
that
a
seems
key?
logical. Actually, Aspen, I'm gonna text you a question. It's not necessarily something the rest of the party doesn't need to know, but I just want to check before I bring it up.
Yes and no.
Okay.
um,
That's helpful.
yeah, so you just got to keep asking questions, and then I can give you more information later.
Okay. So when you say the entrance changes, what do you mean?
So sometimes it's on a beach. Sometimes we got to dig our way in there. Sometimes it could be, there's a hole in the center of the ground and you gotta stomp your foot on it 4 times and then it opens. You don't know until you get there. But once you're in there, the inside changes as well. So the only time that you're actually able to get through into the vault, into whatever is being hidden there, you gotta have the key. And the key will open the path for you. It's like going into a maze, but there's no way to get to the middle unless you got a key. Then the maze will open up a path for you, but it's not going to be a straight path. It's going to be a maze still.
And when you say the inside changes, what have you seen? What could it mean?
So the material of the inside stays the same. It's a cave system. But the direction that you go changes every time. So, first time that we went in there, for example, we had to go down and to the left a bunch. Next time we went in, we had to go up and to the right.
Okay. So, how do you know what your correct path is once you're inside the vault? And what do you do when you're inside? What are you going towards in this maze? What's at the center?
The center is the priestess.
Danger.
You know that you're going the right way just because you know. It's as simple as breathing air. You don't know why you're doing it or that you're even doing it. You're just walking and you're going the right way.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay, out of character, I'm in love with your use of like the maze and the tricks and the like. Do you know how much I love that system?
Yep.
Yeah. Did we talk recently about my labyrinth book that I bought?
Yes, but this one I've already had planned.
Oh, I know that, but like just as an example,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you for making it like that. Okay.
yeah.
Um um and you hold on. Did Flutter have a key? Is that something we know?
Uh, you know that all the council members have one. You don't know if Flutter has one.
Yeah, because she's not on the council, right?
No, she's
Or
not.
is she? Is she
There are four
okay,
council
new question.
members.
Right. Yeah. You gave us that at some point, but could you remind me again who our four council members are? Or I guess Sandcastle's one, right?
Sandcast, Urdak, Darna, Cathara. You've met all four, but you've only spoken with three. You have not spoken to Cathara yet.
I have zero memory of what I talked to Urdak or Darna about.
It was just greetings.
I
Like I
don't
know
trust Urdak.
it
Don't
was him.
trust Urdak. Urdak
Yeah.
in 2024.
Urdak seems a little sus. Okay, new question. But my friend, you haven't quite explained why did you go into the vault if I thought only the council members went in.
Give a persuasion check. Either give a persuasion check or try and persuade me to give you that information.
I'll give
Okay.
you Bardic Inspo.
Well, I'm gonna. This is about the vault directly, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the roll.
You don't think you can persuade me?
Oh no, I can, but I'm tired and I feel really good. Like about okay. No, here's what I'm gonna. If my roll doesn't work, can I still persuade you?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, we're gonna go with the roll first.
You know, you add
Give
a
her
D,
Bardic Inspiration.
which is a D6, right?
Yeah.
So you add a D6 and you also have advantage. Such epic music.
I know.
Go
Go Elzanaya. Go Elzanaya.
Elzanaya. Go Elzanaya.
Go Elzanaya.
This is what D&D
That is a 24.
24. You see
Uh-huh.
Flutter looks
Yeah.
very reluctant to tell you, but slowly she breathes out a sigh and goes, "So every few years during the festival of the blue moon, we have to perform a ritual to seal the vault there is, long before any of us were born or were around, even some of our oldest folk here, all the leaders or rulers of Kila have gone to Irrigan to perform a ritual to seal the priestess inside the vault. That seal weakens around this time, depending on whenever the blue moon falls. Now, you know that that changes all the time. Sometimes it's a decade, sometimes it's 2 years, sometimes it's 2 summers. Really just changes. The it's been weakened, the seal has. And so we're doing our best to stave off doing the ritual until the last day of the festival of the blue moon, when the power of the council is at its highest, and some of our wizard folk are at their strongest, is on the last day. So he's asked me to employ some of my harpers to stand guard over there. I was meeting him to discuss where he would want them when something happened and he ended up having to leave. And I couldn't tell you how I ended up inside the vault. I truly do not know.
He had to leave.
Yes, he left. He was gone that night. We were talking about um preparations, getting ingredients, getting, I mean, we were talking about a whole lot of stuff. And now, to be honest, I don't know how we're gonna do it with Sandcast gone. She really was the one who took charge of it. She, for the past, shit, 30 years, she's been the one to do it. So I'm not exactly sure who's gonna do it now with her gone.
Well, that does sound like quite a predicament. And oh fuck, I just had a question. What was it? Elzenaya doesn't say that, I did.
Elzenaya does say that. She like looks away. Fuck! What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Gets unreasonably
Elzenaya-
angry.
she does as a person she does swear, but you would never expect it looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes out, it's jarring, but also somehow fitting. No, but seriously, what was I gonna ask? Hold on.
We gotta jog her memory.
Give me a little bonk on the head. Jog the memory.
Henry
I mean, last
pulls at
time
your hair.
that
Henry what?
Henry pulls at your hair.
What
He
was
can't-
that?
Henry pulls at your hair. He can't like give you a bonk, but he'll pull at your
Oh.
hair.
yeah, last time Nyla tried to give something a bonk, it stabbed her. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Might wanna lay off the bonking for a bit. Okay. Well, there are a few things potentially to ask with that, and thank you for telling me. So I mean, I suppose I'm left with some of the same questions you are. If Erdak left, and you say you don't remember what happened after he left, is that right?
Yes.
But you were in the vault at some point.
Yeah, I remember being in there, but I couldn't tell you how.
How did you get out?
I remember after I was attacked, I crawled away and I just found my way out through the maze. I don't know how, but I did. And I ended up trying to run back into town, I think, but I don't remember where I was anymore or where I went. I don't remember making my way to that little hut, but I do remember being inside of it.
Was Erdak acting strange before?
I mean, not really. He's always been kind of a no nonsense feller. He he was asking some questions about our numbers. He was asking about what I thought about some of the new people that were in town. Not specifically y'all, but we had a much larger turnout here than he was expecting. Um, he was just asking about safety concerns and stuff like that. No, he didn't seem weird. Not at all to me, at least. He's just normal old Ordak. Why do you think something's up with him?
It's just a little suspicious, dear, that the last thing you can really remember from that night is meeting Erdak at the vault and then him leaving. And then your memory goes blurry. Of course, I would never accuse the councilman of anything nefarious, but it's just curious.
Well, you know what our job is. It don't twist me up none if you accuse them of doing anything. That's my job is to accuse them. But I don't think it's Erdak. He's been very normal lately. I would have known if he was doing something off or something shady.
Of course.
He seems real antsy, but he's always like that around this time.
Do you think the council will continue trying to make preparations in the wake of losing Sandcast?
They have no choice. We have to. If we don't do this ritual, that vault opens and that priestess gets out, and if that happens, we're all fucked.
I believe you. Um, I am curious about something else that you said. You mentioned before that the entrance to the vault is always changing and the inside is always changing, but the exit remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
How is that? And you said too that you don't remember how you got out, but how does the exit to the vault work?
So, to the best of my knowledge, you gotta have an anchor when it comes to making stuff like this. Magic always needs something to tether itself to. So, what I think they've done is to make everything so strange and be able to change like that is you have to have one point to tether it to that never changes, that's always fixed and whatnot. It's like having a dimensional door, yeah? You could go to the Feywild any way that you want. You can damn near make your own door and you can go there. But you always have to have a pond or something to leave it. That pond never changes, it's always there. That's how I imagine this thing working, is that exit is always there. Now you can't get in through the exit. It's a one-way door. I've tried myself. Erdak had me try it to make sure that no one else could get in. You could hit it with a million Eldritch Blasts. That thing ain't opening. You have to come through it from the other side. Otherwise, it's not even like a door. It's just a wall, essentially. And I think it's that magic there that makes it behave that way, if you get what I mean.
I think so. And what do you think is the anchor for this exit?
I think the exit is the anchor.
So it's got to be something natural that already exists where the vault is. Right? Am I reading that right? Like out of character, is that
Yes.
like okay. Teehee, I feel smart.
You see Flutter like gives a smile over at you and she goes, "Yeah, you're there. It's basically a building, right? Um, just a few walls and a door, and it just looks like honestly, it looks like them crypts that they got inside of like where they bury people and everything. It looks like one of them. So it's kind of ornate, kind of cute, but really that's all that it is. It honestly looks like a place that you would worship at. So it kind of like blends into the environment and everything over there. But yeah. I mean, you wouldn't know that it was a door unless I told you, which now I did, so you know it's a door, but next time that you go looking at it, well, if you ever go looking at it, you won't know that it's there.
Creepy.
Truly an elaborate prison for that priestess.
It sure is. I am curious about one thing though. You said your brother's the one that attacked me inside that vault, yeah?
I mean, I assume so.
Had to have been down there with me.
You cut out.
That
Damn
means
it.
he would have had to be down there with me before I got in there. So someone must have let him in. Now, I am following what you're putting down. I do think there's something fishy going on with the council. I just don't think that it's Erdak. That feels too obvious to me. I mean, he's like the self-imposed leader of them. You know how I'm like the leader of the Harpers. I wasn't elected or nothing. That's what Erdak is.
Put you in that vault with that preacher.
I couldn't tell you, honestly. This is not me saying that they're my friends or anything like that. I truly don't know if any of them could have done it. It's not like them at all. And I don't know why they would put something so evil down there when it's already in a vulnerable position to get to the priestess. I mean, there are a few walks you got to get through down there. It's not, you walk through a hallway and then there's the door, there she is. It's not like that. They got a few tricks up their sleeves down there. But no, I don't truly, honest to the gods, I have no idea.
Well, like you said, even just to get in, you have to have a key. So someone with a key, whether it's council member or someone else, or even if somebody stole a key, somebody must have had a key to get you in and to get our dear friend's unfortunate relation in there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there only 4 keys?
Yes,
You know.
I know that one for a fact. There are only 4 keys, and each of the council members have them. Now, if what you're saying about Sandcast being killed is true, that means this was 2 nights ago. So there's no way that he could have taken her key and then killed her. He would have had to kill her first, then take her key. So I don't think it was Sandcast that let him down there. And you all saw everyone else over at. I mean, they were supposed to be in City Hall. Obviously, Cathara and Erdak came over, but after that they went back to the city, so you should have seen them there at the party.
But why was Darna?
Darna should have been there as well.
You hadn't mentioned before that Cathara was at the vault.
Yeah, she came with the Harper. With Quentin. She led him there.
Right. But you did say that.
Here is.
You know that I've gone on my travels. It's been so long since I've worked with your Harpers. I don't believe I know this Quentin. Or actually, hold on. Is Quentin the Harper? This is out of character. Is Quentin the Harper that we met when we first got like
In the tailor shop?
in the Tosh? Yeah.
Yes, that was Quentin, the first one that you met.
Okay,
Before
never
he
mind.
got
Yeah, we did.
he's
Hold up. Let me go back.
he's
Go
the
back
new
to my
guy.
notes. He's the new guy.
He's still
Yeah,
wet
hold on.
behind them ears.
Yeah.
Just a baby.
He the NPCs. Right, he told us about the weather.
Yes.
Right, that's right. And I remember Rebecca Thor now. The Harpers told us that she was behaving strangely lately. She was more closed off. She's just kind of walking around. After some incident, did we find out about this incident?
Nope.
No.
Cute. Okay,
We
she
did
wears
find out
big
though.
old hats. She covers almost all of her skin. She's constantly veiled. And at some point when we were out in the square in the town, I saw somebody completely veiled inside the building away from others, possibly Cathara. No one knows why she's behaving strangely. Don't ask, don't tell. Don't feel it's important enough to ask. It seems important to me. I don't know. But it's very difficult for anybody to see her these days. And she was curious about the port. And then, yeah, then we saw Flutter, and I had healed her, and whatever is background in our friendship. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The pieces are coming together.
Wait, hold on, wait. Didn't we also find out that her and Urdak were having like secret meetings?
Yes, you did.
Mhm. That's what Henry found out.
It's
Good little
her.
boy. Tell me what you
Still have
can
my
about
eyes on
Cassandra.
you, Urdak. What?
The conspiracy board now has another picture on it.
Yes.
Oh, her picture was up there since the last time it was mentioned, I think. I honest to God forgot she existed and that we heard about her in like the first couple of sessions.
Mhm.
But okay. Back in character. Tell me what you can about Cathara.
She's fucking creepy.
Well, what do you want to know about her?
Well, when my friends and I first arrived in the city, you remember before we came to you, we were speaking with Quentin. Okay. Sorry, I just got something on my phone. We were speaking with Quentin just about the state of the town, and we heard that Cathara had been acting strangely recently, that after some incident of some kind, she has withdrawn, but
Oh,
it seems now she's
that damn
sneaking
boy.
around the wall. That damn what?
That damn boy.
What boy? What happened?
Quentin. He's still new, so he's still understanding stuff. Listen, I know for a fact it ain't Cathara. She and you out of this is DM. You know
Okay.
that Flutter fought in the Civil War. She's one of the only ones that did. Either she was close enough to the Civil War, or that she at least fought in it. That she knows the most about what happened there. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is that I said. I think she did fight in it. But everyone else that is a part of the Harpers wasn't. That was like a different time and everything. Because like these races are a lot older. They can live to be a lot older. And so now back in character, Flutter looks over at you and she goes, during the Civil War, when they were trying to kill the king, Kithara had to kill her husband. He had gone off the deep end. I'm talking, he was up there ranting and raving, talking all sorts of nonsense when it came to the king and everything. He drank the Kool-Aid, if you know what I mean. So to keep him from alerting the king that they were up to something, Kithara had to fight him. And during that fight, he got her real good in the face. Damn near blinded her. And ever since then, she's been wearing that veil. No one's ever looked at her. Now, the reason why she's acting strange is because last week was the anniversary of his death. And this is just speculation. But it was rumored that, you know me, I don't like to gossip. DM, yes, she does. She looks over at you and she goes, now, you know me, I'm not one to gossip, but it was spoken that she was pregnant at the time. And he killed it during that fight. And she barely made it out of there alive. So I reckon that's good enough reason for anyone to be a little bit of a recluse. Now,
It certainly would.
Quentin, he's a good boy at heart. I don't think he meant any harm by it. But I don't know. I mean, she always gets a little weird around this time, and she's never shown her face again after that. I mean, you can ask anyone that's old enough, some of the older folk around here. After the Civil War, she completely covered up head to toe, can't see none of her. Sometimes you can see her ear if you're lucky, but she's always covered up like that. It's real hard to talk to her anytime. I'm lucky that I can, because she knows she can trust me. But other than that, I mean, shit, if you had to put down not only your husband, but your dead baby, I think that's good enough reason, for me at least, to act like that.
I understand that. Sorry, I'm also like taking notes.
You're fine.
I am gonna have to go in the next few minutes here.
Yeah, that's fine. If you have like another question, we can do one more, and then we'll wrap it up right here.
Yeah, I'll probably have more questions, but at the moment they're kind of leaving me.
Yep. Same.
I'll have to process, allow my dreams to do their, the subconscious processing of information.
You really gotta get into character.
Yeah, I gotta let the
Really
gods
good.
come to me in a fugue state and tell me what's happening in the D&D.
I need the goddess to inform me.
That's why Alyssa lights candles all the time.
It's for the goddess.
We're doing libations here.
We're doing libations here.
That's why you eat all them damn oranges.
It is actually. Honest to God, I've actually been craving an orange for the last little bit. I think it's just because I was eating some chocolate before that and it made me thirsty.
I'll say that we'll cut it right here with that relevation of the Cathar and everything. If y'all have any DM questions,
I'm good for now. I'll probably think of something later.
Maybe just at next session, it might be helpful for the recap to have a little reminder of just like the basic political situation at the moment, Just for remembering between sessions, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
our
can do that.
characters would remember certain. Yeah, that would be helpful. Also, I will say, I may. I'm probably gonna need to not do a session this Sunday just because I am pretty much packing up all of my shit this weekend and packing it into cars on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
to leave like first thing Monday morning. And then next Thursday is my first day of student teaching, like my orientation. I'd have time at night, but I have no idea if I'll have anything going on at that point. Like if the cohort decides to go for dinner or something, I'll probably still be available at night, but not for a